into that mix and let them understand is, look, you're walking into a place that you don't commit to playing for the University of Arkansas. You commit to playing for the entire state of Arkansas.
So I've had a number of you reach out and ask me to forecast recruiting in the overall position or the state of the quarterback position and try to forecast it out and talk a little bit about recruiting the position. Well, that's a tough thing to do. That is, I'm telling you, that's like opening up Pandora's box. There's so many variables too. There's so many things that can happen, especially with how transfers work and grad transfers. I mean, who would have thought they would wind up with both Ben Hicks and Nick Starkel this year? And both are immediately eligible. So bear with me, but a lot has to happen. The future of the position, if you're going to ask me who's the next to commit, to me it's going to be Chandler Morris, Chad Morris' son. For the two of you who don't know that, who know who he or know his connection, it's obviously his Chad Morris, the head Razorback football coach. It's his son, Chandler, who just, by the way, got his 4th star today, by the way. So he has to commit for this to all happen. Okay, the next thing that has to happen is the battle between Nick Starkel and Ben Hicks. Whoever wins, let's assume that it's Nick Starkel. Okay, he's got 2 years of eligibility. He's immediately eligible this year. I feel like Hicks wins the job, but Starkel winds up finishing out the season as the starter. And then you feel like he comes back in 2020. So then what you have to have happen is for KJ Jefferson to be comfortable and be okay with sitting out 2020 again, or being the backup or whatever his role is at that point, to be okay with that. So now you've got Chandler Morris committed, Ben Hicks is gone, Nick Starkel's your guy in 2020. 2021 is when the battle begins. Again, you gotta have Chandler Morris commit, and you got to have KJ Jefferson stick around. That's what's going to usher in the early 2020s into Arkansas football relevancy. That's what, if one of those guys work out, if they're patient and they allow the process to happen and to be developed by Chad Morris and his staff, I'm not saying they're going to go out and win 10 games, but you feel like the future is better if these guys are patient and stick it out. That's what I think happens. I think eventually it ends up being between those two, Chandler Morris and KJ Jefferson. I like them both. You know, to compare the two, Chandler Morris, who is a little bit shorter, he's I think he's right at about 5'10", 175 pounds. He played in Texas. He plays at Highland Park. He threw for over 4,000 yards last year. He had, I don't know, he had like 70 total touchdowns or something. I mean, he put up ridiculous numbers against legitimate competition. I mean, look, the other thing about Chandler Morris, I know people are going to knock his size, but this guy has legitimate offers from Auburn. These are committable offers from Arkansas, Auburn, Clemson, Colorado, just to name a few. Schools around the country want this kid to come play quarterback at their school. Don't knock him because of his size. My first thought was, oh man, he's not at least 6'1", 6'1", but after watching his footage and reading about Chandler and the success that he had at a high level of Texas high school football, actually kind of has you excited about Chandler. So again, he's got it. That has to happen. Chandler has to commit and sign with the Razorbacks. The other half of this equation is that KJ Jefferson has to be patient and stick this thing out. KJ out of high school, 6'3", 211, out of North Panola, Mississippi. Or he played at North Panola High School. Part of that 2019 class, I mean, he had some really solid offers: Baylor, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky. Joe Craddock is responsible for landing him, for picking him up. And KJ, again, you talk about fun footage to watch. His high school highlight film was really fun. He's athletic. I'm really big on him. That to me is the future. That's what happens after the post Nick Starkel, Ben Hicks era of the position. I think it comes down between Chandler Morris and KJ Jefferson, and they will be responsible for trying to help usher Arkansas into a much better decade in the 2020s. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I want to know if you guys agree, or maybe I'm missing out on a quarterback. Yeah, Jacoby Criswell, there were some of you who reached out and thought Jacoby would be the future, that he would commit to Arkansas. I've been told by about 15 or 20 of you that he is the future. But he's headed to North Carolina, so not much you could do there. I think Jacoby's very talented. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on his career, assuming he signs at North Carolina. But, again, let your voice be heard down below in the comment section. Tell me what you think. What does the future look like to you? at the quarterback position. Again, thank you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, share the content that you just watched. If you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button. Check out the links down below in the description box. That's it. Whew. All right. Go Hogs.